You know, I thought this big ass submarine not gonna have enough room for bullshit. I can't fit anything in there.
Show the telescope in 2.4. It's hard to focus because it wants to focus behind. Yeah. Trying to get some of the scribe detail too. Yes.
See the flashing light? That's telling me there's no gas in the emergency gas cylinder.
Well, that's cool. So that light is an indicator.
Right, it's a safety.
It's a safety. That's an awfully, that's a...
Yeah, the back one burnt out. I gotta find out. There was one in the back too.
Okay, because this I think is a normal, what they
LED.
call, right, T1 3/4 size. And that thing is like micro.
Yeah.
It's LED?
I think so.
Okay, but look at the size of that. Guys, I'm going to put my fingernail up to give you an idea of the size of
I
that
don't
flash.
remember where I got it.
And now
That's the
here's my
problem.
fingernail next to your standard T1 3/4. Jeez. Starboard running light, hatch detail. Let's see that radio. Bring that radio over here, friend. Oh, look at that. Cool. Okay. Very cool. Alright, let me come up front.
Hopefully this works because there's also a buoy that's yet to be hooked up. See this door here? In
Okay.
case the failsafe comes in, that pops open and this thing comes out and goes up with a tether and this blinks SOS.
I love it.
You're nerding out on us, Frank.
These are the missiles. These Polaris when they're done being painted. This is driving me nuts. That buzzing. It's the servo. I went through all this, put springs on them. But the water rushing past the things, it stops that because then they center themselves.
Right.
Different height, different length, rather than buy, freaking silver for everything.
Okay, so right now you're gassing up. What are you gassing now?
This is the crash doors. See if we can get a good load in there so it works. I can't believe this stuff is $38.
You can?
Yeah. But this is the only brand that really works. You know, the other ones, Testers, doesn't have the oomph that this one has.
I don't know, Frank. You should consider in the future if this is going to continue on, maybe the 12-gram CO2 cartridges and manifold it out so you can pull the CO2 is 600 psi. No, you get the paintball gun. I know you're smiling because you already got it in mind.
Already got it.
Oh, very cool. I like the realistic motion of it.
I have restrictors on the.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, do with the lights.
Can you do it again? That's awesome. Eat your heart out, mother. Eat them.
Dave's gonna flip out with this.
See, this is Frank. Frank is my friend, not yours. Red and green, very good. So this is your command and control center.
That one is the. Yeah. And then this is all the lighting.
Okay.
This is the radio.
Got it.
And the main distribution box with all the fuses and everything are underneath where the flying sub goes.
Up in here, below the
Yeah.
interior.
Yep.
You know, I tease you a lot about you getting this in the water, but this is definitely, and trust me, I understand.
Well,
you want it right.
If I don't get it.
Oh, look at that. Breeder assembly.
These I made myself.
Okay.
They were part of this. So I just made a mold on top of them, casted it twice. Matter of fact,
See,
here's the
it's
mold.
sitting right there, yeah.
So I cut each individual one out, you know, and if there was one next to it, I had to make another one to, you know, 'cause
Yeah.
I used it. So that's how that worked out.
Does the hatch slide off forward?
No, that's next. But I see how I did. Everybody was saying you can't make the hatch, you can't open these without moving the hatch. Well, I just did it, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I can make my hatch move in and out. Don't know if I'm going to do it this year, but all the provisions are in there.
So what's up here in the?
Ooh.
Look at that.
I'll get you some light.
Oh, look at that.
The
I take it
uniforms-
it doesn't come off yet, huh?
What?
There.
This here.
Oh, look at that, guys.
I'm bringing this to the.
Stairwell.
Look at the stairwell. Look at the mesh grating.
You see that stairwell?
Yes, and the
That's
mesh.
from Ray's Seaview. He gave it to me and I cut it up. I told him, I said, I'm going to use it.
How about the interior of the conning tower for or the drive room? Is there interior on the inside? Is there piping and stuff like that yet?
There's more stuff going to go in there, yeah, but I haven't
you
gotten
haven't
to that
gotten
yet.
to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I watched the whole movie again to get the uniforms. I got to make another guy next to him. So I
That-
put the chains in. That.
Yeah, I was just looking at that. The
Well,
trains that run
they're a
down.
pain in the ass because I touch it and I break them. So what I'm going to do is drill a hole where they're supposed to go, and then hang them below with a little tiny split
Weight.
shot so that they give.
Wow.
Okay, this comes off.
And this is the 66-inch version.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Going CO2, folks. And he has a regulator, CO2
And
system,
this will come down and pipe into.
pipe into there. Look at that. There's his ballast tank. Dry section. So the servos are in the wet?
Yeah, but I'm
Okay.
going to get the $50 ones.
Yeah. They're worth every penny.
Yeah.
They're worth every penny.
We can make that work.
You know, you're sticking a a $3,000 model in the water, and you're going to worry about a $50 servo. Where
Seaview, the floor in the back that do the rudder and the elevator,
Yeah.
the dive planes, they're all the $50.
Look, I'm not saying that, you know, it's all about applications. Everybody's looking for the silver bullet, and it just doesn't work that way. In this case, you pay the extra, you get waterproof servos. You have a WTC, you're not going to need the waterproof servos. It depends on the application.
I got that
Love that
because there's the green with the associated with it. So I was going to buy the ones like your father buys, but I'm saying, I saw these, I said, no, I'm using these.
I like that.
Yeah, well, you're going with a theme here.
Yeah. And one of them, one of the boxes I was supposed to put in there didn't have this color. I bought a 12 by 12 sheet and I made a new cover for it.
It's fantastic, Frank.
That's the.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we got the.
Okay, that's that.
No, it's a tilt mechanism. Frank is demonstrating operational features. He just showed us pitch control.
That's pitch, yeah.
Yeah, that's pitch. Maintain the angle of the boat.
That's the dive planes. What
Yeah,
it really
yeah,
is.
really.
I don't know what this one is.
Okay, what are we operating here?
We're not sure.
We're not, I'm
Oh.
not sure yet.
Yeah, it was going left and right.
Was it?
Yeah, so this is, he not only has a rudder, but he has thrust vector control. So Frank is using thrust vector control, maintain pitch of the boat, because the Nautilus doesn't have stern planes. It's well documented as Mr. Merriman and Mr. Martin using that all the time. But Frank is,
You know what it is?
gimbaling left and right.
I left this thing on. I'm going to kill the batteries, but I got more batteries.
Got more batteries, and back to you. Okay, now Frank is demonstrating yaw, or changing the yaw capability of the boat. He not only has the rudder, but as you can see,
But you notice the rudder doesn't have a control arm sticking out of it?
no, and the rudder doesn't, as Frank just said, there's no control arm. It's all done internally. Were you piping it through the lower or the upper
I
half?
see where you're doing it.
I'll show you how I do. I'm going to take it apart now.
Oh, look at that. You're going to learn all of Frank's secrets now.
Now there's. Let's see here. This goes this way. These working.
And he's even have the operational yet
They're
poorly
all done.
functional,
I have to put the push rods in.
poorly functional dive planes. For Frank isn't just going to settle for your everyday Nautilus.
No.
Frank's idea is if it functioned in the design, if it functioned, it was designed to function, whether it really works or not, he's going to make it move.
When I was into model airplanes, you see this? The doctor paid us $30,000, me and my partner, to make 10 of these and paint them. I carved this all out of wood to make the masters. Okay, my partner did all the metal work. See those bullets?
Brass piece sliding
Yeah.
when it was. I was like, okay.
Okay,
And that brass piece goes all the way in there.
explain it to the uninitiated.
All right, there's the pivot and the small pin in the front of the rudder that goes into that slot. As that slot moves back and forth, it diverts the pin back
right.
and forth. Because I didn't want to have it stick out, you know, like a model airplane with the control horns.
So you could see that slot there.
I'll show you.
Okay,
Turn it on.
as that slot,
That was the
as this piece of brass moves
that was the-
back and forth, the center section of that slot is causing the rudder to move left and right. That's the attachment point for the control rod. There you go. So the rudder is going to be forced to pivot
I have a cover
about
for too,
that
so
pin.
You won't see it.
Okay, so there we go. There he's pivoting, and as you can see, it's the same servo here that's controlling both the pitch of the shaft, or for the yaw motion of the propeller, and here is the control rod, the brass one that goes down to there, that feeds that. There we go. And that's how it works, folks. You could thank Frank for that idea.
And this is all going to be remachined. This was just a mock-up. It'll be made out of a solid piece of brass instead of soldered pieces.
Look at that, guys. That is a master craftsman at work.
Not really.
Oh, yeah.
That's trying to stay out of trouble.
That's it, and that's the pitch control for the boat. So we have pitch authority and yaw authority through the main shaft. That's awesome.
The propeller. This.
There we go. I'll give you an idea. And pitching.
The hardest part was the steering.
The yaw. Look at that. And you're not even going to notice that.
Yeah, I have to tone down the voltage. It's ballistic. Well, I'm gonna try Bob's thing. Weigh this thing up so that its inertia is what's taking it through the water. No.